Hi guys. Well, we hit 500, and when we hit 500, like I said, I would do a plays video. And for this plays video, I normally would just put my mat down on the ground of my floor and show it like that, since I don't really like moving shit. But since it's a plays video and I didn't want to be uncomfortable for the next like maybe 10 to 20 minutes, sorry for the videos being long, by the way, because of that. Not that good at editing. And as I was saying, since we hit over 300 views, we got to like 528, I'm pretty sure, last time I checked. So we're gonna do a plays video, and hopefully I'm just gonna check my phone. I don't use a camera, I use my phone. Oh, I hope this isn't upside down for you guys, and if it is, I'll try and fix it. Y'all can see that pretty well. Okay. That seems better. Okay. Also, I was looking at your comments. I like to be really interactive with y'all. So yeah. I like to be really interactive with y'all. So therefore, I'm finna try and be in the comment section and try and reply to y'all as much as possible. Y'all can ask me questions if you want, and I'll either answer them in the comment section or in a different video. So yeah. I suck at shuffling. So this is just gonna be like a few plays you can do with my version of the deck. And also, when I was looking in the comment section, I saw a lot of different takes from everybody. Sol and Luna, in my opinion, it's a really good card to combo with Subterra Venomoth, because what Venomoth does, you'll send one flip monster from your deck to the graveyard. I don't know if y'all can see. I'm sorry, but yeah, I don't know if y'all can see. Or if y'all can hear me, so sorry about that if the audio's not that good too. But Venomoth sends one flip monster from your deck to grave, and then you'll special summon one monster in face down defense position from your hand to one it points to. And if this card is pointed to a card that is face up, it lets you add one flip monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand. God, I'm sorry. And Master of Ham, I'm sorry I'm switching so quick. I'm not trying to. I'm still like baffled at the fact that I got 500. Actually, yeah, we're a family here. Sobe King's family. That we actually got over 500 views. I was shocked when my YouTube analytics showed me that we had 528 last time I checked. And I was checking that y'all were having a little debate in the comments. I agree with some of it, from that one guy who was talking about Dharma Cannon and Underdog and Master of Ham. Whoever was talking about Master of Ham, I checked out the card. It's a good card, and I might put Instant Fusion in here. But 3 Sun and Luna, I already draw that card often enough as it is, and I don't want to get it even more. I'm just trying to make sure everything is in frame. I'm sorry if y'all get annoyed by me constantly stopping and messing with the camera. But yeah, these would be the plays. And Master of Ham, I think Master of Ham would be like a really good card. Maybe with Instant Fusion, because I don't remember if Instant Fusion stops the card's effects. So this is what your hand would look like if you were going first. For me, y'all know what I meant. So first, what I would do is play Mimighoul Dungeon, Effective Dungeon, add to hand Mimighoul Archfiend. Then set Archfiend to your opponent's field and face down defense, obviously. Actually, no, I'm an idiot. Fuck, wait. Don't do that. I'm skipping ahead of steps. You add, off of Dungeon, you would add Mimighoul Master. And this is if you're going first, by the way. Mimighoul Master. Then normal summon Mimighoul Dragon. You'll do I'm sorry. You'll add Maker. You'll add Mimighoul Maker. Then activate Mimighoul Maker. You'll choose 2 flip effect monsters. Choose Archfiend. It has to be with different names, correct? 2 with different names. So you can do Dragon. Most of the time I would say do Cerberus, even if you already have Cerberus in hand. It's just like the better one to have, because if you have Dragon on their field and you're going first, then they can just flip it during their main phase without any consequences. And then you just have a 2500 on your field, and that's all it would give you. So then, in this place right now, I would be the opponent, and I would pick this one. I always just go for the right. So that got flipped face down is Archfiend. And then you can special summon any one Mimighoul monster from your hand. Special summon Master. Then Master's effect, when it's special summoned, you can add to hand 1 Mimighoul monster from your deck. I like to add a second Archfiend. And then since it wasn't Archfiend's effect to be set over there, I could set another Archfiend. Or, rather, I'll set another Cerberus, then activate Mimighoul Maker's effect, banish it, special summon the Archfiend. Summon the Archfiend. I would get to draw 1, then my opponent will have to discard 1. And then use Mimighoul Archfiend to go into Link 1. This is the side deck I'll show it in this video. For like different, if you fight different decks. Because this side deck was made specifically so I can fight specific other decks at my locals. Ghost, Salamangreat, Almirage. The reason I put it there and not here, because I would normally put it in the right spot, it's because I don't have enough space. So this is my opponent. I'm going to back this up a little bit, and then I'm finna check if y'all can still see it. Shut. Yeah, y'all can still see it. Sorry that y'all can barely see the deck. I'm trying. I'm not good with camera angles, and this is my first time ever, like, recording from at where my phone's at, because I record with my phone. And also, I hope y'all are, I'm also trying to talk as much as possible so y'all don't like get bored or like lose interest in the video because of how can I explain it? because of the silence, basically. But a lot of y'all said you didn't like hearing the music, and y'all could already barely hear me as it is. So sorry about that in the last video. So this time I won't add music. And also tell me what y'all all thought about me talking for the first few minutes and putting like the intro with the lightning gears and stuff, and then putting welcome. Do you want me to put that before I say anything, or like after I talk about what we finna do? Tell me in the comments. But yeah, that's the first combo if you're going first. Now me personally, with how my deck works, I like to go second. So yeah. Another thing you could have done here in this situation, because this is what I would normally end on, because when it's the opponent's turn, then this would be 25 and this would be 3k. And then I can just use this in case I want to keep Mimighoul dragging around, or they get rid of my Mimighoul dragon and their... In case they get rid of every other Mimighoul card, then this is the way to protect Master, and that's kind of my last line of defense, truly. Okay, but instead of doing that, instead of summoning Almirage, since the first turn, another thing you could do, you don't have Soul and Loon in your hand, but sometimes I will just do this just for the fun. Also, Dispatch Arazi also does basically the same thing as Almirage. This isn't a really well-known card, but I just want to talk about it real quick. You could also summon this by using Dragon and Archfiend, because what it does is when a monster you control is targeted for an attack, you change it to this card, and when the card is destroyed by battle, you destroy that. It's basically a trade-off. What this card would do is if like Mimighoul Master is targeted for an attack, it will switch the attack to, I don't know how to say that name, Dispatch Arazi, which only has 100 attack. I would do damage calculation. We would do normal damage calculation, but during damage calculation, the monster that destroyed Dispatch Arazi would then be destroyed, and I gain half of its attack point. It's half of its original attack points, or half its current. Half that monster's original attack. Original. So that's just good if you kinda low on life points. So yeah. But I probably won't go into that often. What I would probably go into is maybe Barricade Blocker. And also, I did change a few cards in the extra deck. I can't find my Master Ham, and I can't find a bunch of the cards that y'all suggested, which I really like a lot of the suggestions y'all made. I would either go into any of these Link 2s, or maybe IP, because I ordered one because I don't feel like looking for mine, which will be coming soon, or Almirage. Personally, I would go into any 4 of these. Probably not Phoenix, because that's more of like when you're going second and your opponent has a board, like an actual board. So yeah. But yeah, just use Mimighoul Archfiend, Almirage, or do whatever you want in that. And by the end of the turn, this is what your hand comes out with. This is the end of your turn. This is what you come up with. And your opponent still has Cerberus on their field, unless they want to lose 3 cards off the top of their deck, and then it'll give me a free monster, which I can then use to Link Summon. I don't think they're finna want to do that. So yeah. And now I'm going to show y'all what it looks like when you go second. Actually, no, I'm finna show y'all how it goes first one more time, and then I'll show you how it is to go second 2 more times. And that's it. Personally, I like the deck better when it goes second, especially when you have Dragon and Master in one hand at the same time. It's just fulfilling to me. Cerberus, Talent, Ash, Maker, Soul and Luna, and And we're going first. I completely forgot. Ah, shoot. Now this hand is not the greatest, but because of Mimighoul Maker, it is. Activate, so you're going to start off by activating Mimighoul Maker. Activating Mimighoul Maker, and then choosing Archfiend, and Dragon. Either way, it will end out great for you. So, I'm going to shuffle these around real quick. My eyes are closed, so I don't know which is which. Also, sorry if I suck at doing this because these are some really sleek sleeves. I got them yesterday just for this deck. I turned them around and looked at them. I'm a fucking idiot. Okay, so this card will be the card to be added back to my hand. And let's go. An Archfiend will be set on my opponent's side of the field. And then you have to special summon one. Special summon Dragon. Effective Dragon. On normal or special summon, you're going to want to add Dungeon. Then you're going to activate Dungeon. And then on Dungeon activation, since it's main phase, add Mimighoul Master to your hand. Then normal summon Mimighoul Master. And then you're going to want to activate Sol and Luna, flip over Mimighoul Dragon to flip over Archfiend. Archfiend effect, I'll draw one, and then my opponent will discard one. And then the thing is, with this combo, if I was able to get, like, one more monster out, I could have done Dragon. I also just fucked up on the placement, but I could have done Dragon, and if I was able to get, like, one other monster out, I could have gone to Subterror, do Subterror, flip Mimighoul Master, and then use Sol and Luna, since both of them were flipped face down in defense mode. What I could have done was then just flip both of them up, which is why I say Sol and Luna stays at 2, because it's always not that case. But yeah, I draw one. My draw is Nibiru. And then, since my opponent activate a monster effect that they control during my main phase, I can then activate Talent. This is why I said I would like this to be 3 instead of Book of Moon, but now I'm starting to think maybe 1 or 2 at Book of Eclipse. Use it to draw 2 more cards. You get another dungeon, that's fine. And then set to your opponent's field Mimighoul Cerberus. Then do Link 1 again. Actually, no. Link 2. And since this would be flipped for the summon, I think this is how that would work. It will not, nothing on our field will be destroyed because it does say destroy all monsters except Mimighoul monsters. So use these 2 as a link. Link 2 for Link 2 4. You can't do with this hand, you can't do Subterror unless you want to, like, lose the nib, but that's completely up to you. I would go into, where would the zones be? So that's the second closest to the right. So the zones would be, why do I always fuck up the placement? Like, I always fuck up the placement. Okay, so this is the Cerberus. If a card is co-linked with it, which I think co-linked means this would be co-linked, tell me in the comments because I forget. If it would be co-linked like this, then I would also get to draw another card. Just because of the draw, which I think we do get, it's worth it to do Nightmare Phoenix. But most of the time, you're probably going to want to opt for the freaking cards linked. Just go card. You're probably just gonna want to do Dispatcherazi or Salome and Great Almirage. And for Almirage, use Archfiend, because next turn your opponent won't be able to hurt you, and at this time Archfiend would only be at only 0 attack, correct? Since it was just this turn. And then when your opponent's turn comes around, oh wait, in main phase 2, you're probably gonna want to set this, and then by your opponent's turn, you have cards in case they do too much. You can flip over Cerberus if you want them to not gain a draw or some shit. You also have Ash. You have Book of Moon to make sure that they still can't do even more shit. So yeah, that's what it would look like going first. With that hand. Also, I did change up the deck a little bit just by 1 card. Instead of having 3-dimensional barrier, I put in 1 infinite impermanence. Because my other ones are scattered throughout decks, and I don't feel like for the other 2 that are in my bulk. They're the common ones. So don't get mad at me for them being in the bulk. They're my common ones. Crap. I need to get better at shuffling if I'm going to be doing this. Okay, this is what it would be like going second. And I'm just going to check the camera real quick. 5, 6. D-Barrier, Effect Veiler, Mimighoul, Archfiend, Mimighoul Room, a second Mimighoul Archfiend, and Pot of Extravagance. So obviously you're going to start with Pot of Extravagance. What I just do, half of these cards in here are fodder, but all of them are usable. And I'm thinking of putting Lyric cards and stuff like that in here just so I can go the Xyz route, and also Zeus and Typhon, thinking about it. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we got hit. We lost Eunuch. We lost one of our Unicorn, and we lost Access Code. So that means our biggest monster in our extra deck will now be what? Oh, wow, I drew. Was the third one? Nope, the third one. Our third card on top is Mimighoul Maker, and we just drew 2 dungeon. Okay, so activate dungeon, add dragon, normal dragon. Actually, no, keep dragon in hand. Then send over there Archfiend. Normal summon Actually, no, don't normal summon Archfiend. Don't normal summon Archfiend just for the draw. I'm being greedy. Then normal summon dragon. Add Maker. Effective Maker. Do Archfiend and Cerberus. And if anyone's wondering why I'm not searching, that one will, I swear to God, I promise, I'm not doing this on purpose. And since the only other hand is Archfiend, special summon 1 Archfiend, effect, flip this Archfiend, then draw 1. I promise y'all, I'm not doing this on purpose. I promise. And then you're going to want to use both Archfiends. Going to link to Subterror. You send 1 flip, send, like, I don't know, Cerberus to the graveyard. And also, I'm standing up now because I'm tired of sitting in the chair that I'm in. Send Cerberus, effect, special summon him face down. from my hand, and since the card this face so this just adds flip monsters and then activates Soul and Luna. He will get a draw, and then I have to discard one, just discard Dungeon. But then he'll lose 3, and I gain 1 monster. We'll make this our monster, and now we have 5 cards on field. And we still have Room, D-Barrier, and Effect Veiler in hand. Next, you're going to want to use, this is 1, 2, 3, and the monster your opponent gave you from Cerberus, make that ink 4 for 3 materials to make Appaloosa. And then on your opponent's turn, that will be 22. Dragon will be 25, and then set D barrier, and you'll know what type of thing your opponent's using. You could also go to battle phase here, but I suggest if you can go into battle phase, go to battle phase. But after the battle phase, if you do go for it, go to main phase 2, do Dimensional Barrier, set Mimighoul Room behind Cerberus, and then just pass the turn. And that's what you can do on your second turn. If Access Code wasn't discarded because of Pot of Extravagance, then we would have him on the board, and then we might have game with OTK, depending on who you're fighting and how your opponent's deck works. But yes, that is it. And then when it comes back to their turn, activate Mimighoul Room and Dimensional Barrier just to make sure. Actually, no. Do Dimensional Barrier, then Mimighoul Room to activate Mimighoul Room. And then just special summon someone like, I don't know, someone, since the start of their turn, probably like Dragon to their field or something like that. Just so they can't normal summon, then Dimensional Barrier, make it so they can't summon that type, and then at any time you still do have Maker in the grave from the turn from last turn, and you can use that. But like y'all wanted, like I said, we hit 500. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and for me, that is it. Sobi King out. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe, and tell me what deck you want to see next, or if you want me to do any gaming content in the future. Bye.